Scene 1, take 1.
My name is Tia Morgan and I was the director. I am the director. I will say this is quite an interesting idea for me because it came up a couple years ago when I wasn't fully confident to pitch it. And it came from something I was studying at school. We were looking at the Gothic with Jekyll and Hyde, and now I'm looking at Frankenstein. And I quite liked the idea of creating something you don't quite understand in scientific discovery and stuff. So I was really looking forward to doing something Gothic with that. And then over the past 2 years, I would say it's been good because I've always had it in the back of my mind. So as I've studied more things like film and different directors, I've been able to develop it more, which is to where it is now, which I think that's the better way of doing it, to have it kind of always there.
My name is Georgie and I played Blake. So Blake is a very knowledgeable character, and at the start she's very confident with her project. However, her project actually isn't as well thought out as she thinks, and so it goes wrong and they end up in a dreamlike state and they think they're getting out, but they actually can't.
I'm Jess Hansen and I play Juno. I feel like Juno is quite wannabe class clown. They think everything is funny until they get to a serious situation. And when it's serious, they don't believe it, they don't want to be in that situation, and they're quite actually scared.
My name is Gabby Smith and I'm playing Ollie. I feel like Ollie is really different to the previous characters I've played because she's more quiet and introverted, which I'm kind of an extrovert because contrary. So it's good to do something kind of different.
Why am I right? So now we should do this with action, so I know which choose.
My name is Kira Pickford and I'm so good. Everyone's so nice, and it's good that we have people that are more skilled in things like cinematography. It's very good because obviously Tia knows what she's doing, but then if she has any question, it's answered by Evie or Jack, and it's very professional. It's a very professional work take and I very like it because there's no negativity and it's all positives.
Hi Evie.
Am I looking here? Looking here, okay. My name is Evie Hamilton and I'm one of the cinematographers on the project. So it's been really interesting because this project is all obviously sci-fi and in black and white. So it's a very distinct visual style, very Hitchcock. So working in a style that I haven't really done too much in before is really interesting.
I'm Jack Foster and I was cinematographer. Yeah, working on this film was brilliant. We didn't waste any time, it all ran smoothly. I would say the hardest part is planning out our shots first, but other than that, it went fluently after that, so that was all good.
I think the cinematography on this one is quite cool. You've got long periods of time of shots and the shadows that we did as well.
Definitely some interesting tips and tricks with the camera, which is, I think it's some sort of red filter, which makes the colour come out differently, which I wouldn't have known previously.
The difference in contrast and the tone is really, really distinct, and I think that really helps to push the film to look a bit more cinematic. There was a shot that we did where the camera moves back and forth and turns around and does a spin, which was really difficult to pull off because we had to really carefully choreograph and focus and pull that, which makes the scene, I think, better than if we'd had done it with sort of 5 or 6 static shots.
The continuous tracking shot in the hallway. The challenges of that was making sure everyone was in the right place at the correct time so we could get a good shot.
I reckon, Georgie, you don't stop next to Kira if you can't see her.
Yeah,
I reckon you'd probably stop more here.
That's the first time I've done a tracking shot, I think, so that was pretty fun.
So it's just monster. Yeah, because then you're not in. Cool. And then monster back to them. That's good.
I like having Tia as a director because she very much knows what she wants and knows how she wants it to look.
Do you want me to say my lines and pull that down? Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. Standing up. Okay.
She's very informative, so we know what we're doing, even before the day.
Let's have a look at Tia's wonderful storyboards as usual.
Yeah, trust.
Tia, quick director chat. How are we feeling today?
I'm really happy. To be fair, this has gone a lot quicker than I was expecting. I was
Good.
expecting a few more hours. So it's going well.
Working with Tia is really good because she's got a clear idea and it's so much easier. So because she was so good at organising everything, it made everything so much better.
Working with Tia was really easy because she's really helpful. Like before we started, because obviously we had no pre-production weeks, so then when we went straight into it, I wasn't like, oh, what's going on? Like I knew and I could ask her questions and she'd respond helpfully.
With my actors, I really like they are quite flexible, and I think they do understand their characters quite well. So I like to think I cast them well in their roles. I think they quite suit them.
We've got a great level of communication between us. If she has any particular shots that she wants, that's always communicated very well.
I'm not kidding. Has anyone seen them?
I'm not particularly proficient on camera, but I've had an amazing camera person who has done an amazing job, and whenever I'm a bit confused about what's going on or what shots to use, I've always had great advice, which is good. That's one of the things I definitely enjoy about working with a team.
Yeah, working as a team, it was pretty good because we all had one focus. We did have our laughs, but we did get through it at a good pace as well, so it's very nice.
Oh, it was really good because everyone here's like really nice and I feel like really comfortable around them. And the camera crew is really good because I always know that they're going to get the right shot. There's never any problems. Like everyone just is like really good at what they do.
If we don't get along, we're not going to be able to perform that kind of chemistry on screen. Like if we're meant to be friends or anything like that and we just hate each other, that's not going to come across perfectly.
The general vibe was really fun because everyone gets on quite well. I think the highlights were the scenes I had with Kira, because obviously they're meant to be in love, so I found that really fun. And I think the hard bit was, there's this one scene where they're in like the cafe and they all run in, they have to land on certain spots. And I remember we weren't landing on the spots, we were like falling into each other and stuff. So that was kind of hard just to land in the right spot.
That scene was really cool that we did on the first week. Ollie had just died and that's like the first scene we did.
When I saw that she died, I was a bit like, oh, okay. So I feel like just reading that, I had to just think of what I'm gonna do to make it not look silly. Because if it looks a bit, if I laugh, then it's obviously not gonna look very realistic. So I had to plan in advance.
Unfortunately, I do tend to laugh a lot. There was the bit where Jess had to push Georgie and we did that so many times and it was so hard not to laugh.
I didn't know what this was from. Sorry.
And it was very hard to keep focus, but we got there in the end.
It affects my work all the time because I'm just laughing at every take. I think there was one take when we was outside and I had to sit on the floor and I just couldn't do it. I think it took, how many takes did it take? It was like 5 takes until we got it right. I need to lock in better. I think seeing this type of movie, I'm really excited for the audience to see because it's, as Tia said, different.
Yeah, I think I'm most excited for them to see the suspense that we created through our shots.
And having that really psychologically scary, sort of abstract shadow monster, a difficult thing to pull off, but I think is going to work really, really well as something that's a bit fear-inducing.
I'm really excited for them to see the actual journey that the characters go on, because I think the actual story of the Mare is really interesting.
I'm excited for people to see the whole thing, to be honest. I think it's going to be very nice to see it all very fit together. And my parents have been nagging me, when are you going to put yourself up for a bigger role? When are you going to get out from behind the scenes and this, that? So I think that's going to be very nice to have them off my back for a bit.
Oh, should I hit Jason's thinking pose?
Okay, for the heart.
I can do that with my arms. Yeah, there.
What I was telling you about. And then, yes, when I was talking about, yeah.
The Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, it's not small,
There he is. Right? Yeah, that's always good. Pop the hip as well. Get the other hand. There he is.
Yeah. That's enough for me.